It might be a fail. It might not be a fail. I'm currently not sure how it will turn out to be, but I'm very confident. You know me, I hate blubber. Let's get into the video. To start up with, it's really essential and important for you to know that balayage has so many different techniques. It's very hard to do. And before attempting to do it, you have to do a lot of research. But if you're extremely lazy into doing research, this video might be the creme de la creme, or the mix of all the research that I've done. These are the things I got. Number one, I've cut various pieces of foil. It's important to note that the foil has to be either your length of hair. That's when you're going to be putting a foil and then your hair and then a foil on top, or double the length of your hair so that you fold it. A ball and some brushes. One of these weird teasing combs that has a very thin ending to it. I've looked everywhere online for good bleaches that are available everywhere, and I found this one on Amazon with really good reviews. You know, if you don't understand what hair lift is, this is a chart here on the screen of hair. To go from this color to that color, that's called a one, like each step is a 1 level lift. So to lift 9, that's unreasonable. I expected to lift 4 or 6, but not a 9. That's too much. But if it lifts to a 9, then we're winners, right? It is the Blonde Me Bond Enforcing Premium Lightener Plus 9 own developer, and I recommend when you get one bleach powder, get the developer for it. It depends on your hair color that you're going to bleach. You get the bleach that works for it. So I got a 6%, which is a 20 volume. That's good for medium to dark hair colors. Light hair color, get less than 20, get the 10. Definitely, we're gonna need toning. And for toning, if you haven't watched my toner video, secret, watch it over here. I'm gonna use a blue-black dye, and this is from Cios. Cios is my favorite brand for box dye brands. It's really good and it keeps to the hair colors. I'm gonna insert a picture here of this dye if used as a blue-black dye on the hair. I did it before and it was gorgeous. But I used a little bit of this with a shampoo, any shampoo, and the 20% volume situation to tone the hair. I do something called rinçage. And definitely never bleach your hair without a treatment afterwards. The treatment I'm going to be using is the OLAPLEX number 3. So let's go more into the balayage techniques, which is something you have to learn and understand. There is this V-shaped technique, which is going to be shown here. And there is this W shape. And there is the diagonal shape. And I was pretty confident I wanted the V as a start, and then I could later on upgrade. But I don't feel that I want to start with the V. I want to see how much I like the blonde and transition bit by bit. And that's something I advise you to do. So what I'm going to be doing is something different. It's called Sombre, which is a balayage, but very light balayage for people who are shying away from going all the way, because I'm also experimenting with the bleach for the first time, so I don't want to go right away in your face. So how is that technique done? You basically weave very thin layers in between the hairs and then teasing, then applying the color in foil. So if your hair is dark, definitely use foils. That's not an option. So I'm gonna start mixing. I'm gonna first open the powder. They say the ratio for this is 1 is the powder, bleaching powder, to 2, which is the volume situation. I'm gonna take 1 filled and I'm gonna put it here. So I ended up having this mix. I've mixed it well with the brush. Sectioning the hair is pretty important to know how to. And it's pretty tricky to do it to the back, but I'm going to roughly show you. Using your 2 small fingers, go from above your ears like this and go in a diagonal till your fingers meet and wrap it up in a clip. Depends on how thick your hair is. This section you're going to be dividing into 2, okay? So from your ear level, go with that comb like this. So now I'm left with the bottom. Definitely that's not a perfect parting, but that's the best I can do. I'm going to divide that into half. Once again, you're going to take half of this. That also, we're going to divide into two. I'm going to spread that little teeny tiny hair down. I'm going to weave that hair as much as I can like this. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to tease once, twice, adding the foil. This is the last section from the back. I'm going to divide it into two. And I'm gonna work on the sides because, yeah, it's just very hard to work on the back. So the very first two pieces here are going to be the face framing. Anything to the back, which is these, it's not the face framing bits. I look like a crazy person. They say it really depends on your face shape. So if I look at my face, maybe I want highlighting here. So I have been cooking for a while. It's been an hour from I started to put it on till now, but 20 minutes in total waiting after I finished the process. I look crazy, but we'll see when I wash it and tone it down. So this is how my hair ended looking like without any toning. I wanted to try two different methods of toning and see which one will give me better results. So what are the two options? Rinçage, which I'm going to show you how to do. And second thing is to put a darker shade on my hair entirely, which is going to keep the gradient, but it's going to take off the brassiness. And this shade is, it's like light ash brown. I'm gonna take that and dilute it completely in the color. L'Oreal one. I mixed just teeny tiny bit. Started to get very dark. Don't be afraid of that. Now we're gonna do the rinçage. Now I'm gonna put the little bit from the black and a little bit of its own developer situation. And I'm gonna add on it 3 times the amount shampoo. It's gonna be something that looks like this. And you're gonna mix it up. Look how this looks and how that looks. I'm gonna go wash them. This is the side where we used the brown dye. As you can see, this one, I've done a mistake because I told you to do this in the shower always when you do rinçage with the black blue dye, because if you leave it for too long, it will get dark. But don't worry, this darkness is gonna go with washes. This turned my hair into gray silver tone. It's definitely a matter of preference. I am leaning toward the ashy one more. You turn the entire head into ashy. That's why Mila lets the blue black dye work on its own, but don't leave it for as long as I did. The moment it hits the desired color, rinse off, don't keep. So this looks quite gray. I think that's more than enough.
If you guys like what you see on my hair, stay happy, boos. Happy 2019. This year's gonna be